Welcome to my dad's machine. I've had this guy for a little while now. I've been very happy with the controller and how all the buttons are arranged. I need to add another item because there's some games I can't seem to play. Things like Missile Command, so one of these trackballs would come in very handy. Let's install it. I want to get organized, so I want to get my favorite drawing tool. And I've drawn up the spec for what I want, the holes and things for the board that would fit into the current arcade. And I printed it out, as you see, and stuck it on the board. And hopefully my drilling would be easy. Let's get everything ready. Got my 28-bit. Got my electric drill, which I had set incorrectly. Incorrectly. So I should have chose the other setting for drilling the wood. But if you see my persistent through the video, you'll see this board as for the back. So when I drill all the way through this particular board, it wouldn't splinter off and get all messy. Now looking back at the video and seeing me and hearing this drill go, it just kills me. This is not supposed to make that hammering sound in this wrong setting for the hammering setting. Now to start drilling, I realized that I'm not going to get the center points precise. So I have to actually redraw all of them, and then it should be nice and accurate holes. So you have drilled straight through and onto the other wood, and look at that, clean. Nice and clean. I'll fast forward this part and just making it sound like being in a dentist chair. Don't even get that same feeling. Gets to the point that the sheet just gets all torn up, a little bit like the fun fair when you're like shooting that rifle and trying to hit that star and get that star off to get a prize. I don't have a drill bit that's big enough for the trackball itself, but I'm going to start off with this hole just for the placement. Bit of a mess, bit of a tidying up, it's always good, don't want to get rained on. Let's have a look and see where that fit nicely, as I suspect. Oh, a little wiggle room, but we can just screw it on the back and it'll be all good. Look, all the lovely holes. I just need to do a bit of sanding now. Looks like when I was drilling those 4 sets of holes in the top, I sort of split the board a bit. Oh, that should be okay, because that's the underside, not the top side. Now, as I don't have a large enough drill bit, I just drew a hole and then I'm going to get my jigsaw and just going to cut the hole. Now let's see how that fits. Trackball's a bit shallow. It doesn't really protrude very much. So, and I think the hole also needs to be wired a bit more, so I need to fix that. Now that I'm sort of happy with the sizing of the hole, I'll need to mount this trackball onto it. That hole with the ball, and once we put it on, and currently it doesn't protrude a lot, so I need to try and fix that. Yeah, it doesn't roll in the hand very well. So if I take this cover off, I should better save a little bit of space, and just to see if I can get a good feel of how a trackball should, would it play or not. I'm gonna get this guy open first. So that feels a lot better. I wouldn't want to have that not covered by the box. So I need to make some space for it. I'm going to draw around the box and trace that out so that I can cut into that panel. So what I'm going to cut it with, this stuff is just MDF, so a nice strong Stanley knife or a blade, and you can just cut that out and then just dig it out. Look at that, working like a champion. Also sanded down the hole around the bowl so that makes it a smoother action. Yeah, the dusty old kitchen, now I just need to tidy up, and nice board. Right, happy with that. With that part done, I'm going to stick this vinyl on and just give it a nice clean finish. At this point you'll be wondering, why am I not using some tools and just my bare hands? Laziness maybe? And then became non-laziness. Have to look out for the holes and make sure that they don't get covered up. The buttons won't go through properly. Right, after all that, I can pop the holes. Oh, satisfied. Nice easy fit. Let's just screw the backing on. And there we have our first button. Hey. Okay, got them all popped and ready. Got the trackball one ready. Let's see how that works. It feels nice. Right, now we need to take apart the old control board, and we need to reuse all these buttons. Here's the old control board. It's going to be now replaced. Well, yeah, once I have taken all the buttons out and put them onto this new board, it's going to be awesome. You can see the left, right side of the coin in and player start. It's all good. And here is the new board, except for the joystick and the trackball, as you see. So my front panel, I had to sort out where the old buttons were and chuck that out because I don't need that anymore. I'm going to fix that up because that space is actually useful for the trackball because the box is a little bit big and just sinks into it. So it's a bonus, as you'll see here. Once I fit it, I immediately noticed that the board is way too sticking out and that this particular gape is actually helping that box. I'm going to temporarily screw it sort of in the pivotal area and then mount it and see how it goes. I also ended up having to cut a hole here so then the actual trackball would be able to slot in. There she is, all set up. At the moment, I think I might push the whole monitor back and then can get that board in. So managed to get that board in, and then yeah, you can see the monitor is much further back, so it's looking awesome. I also replaced the front panel, as you see, because yeah, it just that gape and hole doesn't really work. So I'm very pleased with that. Since after a while playing Missile Command and things like that, I actually needed a spinner. So I'm going to install a spinner because I want to play things like Arkanoid, which, it just needs a spinner. But, you know, the video's been going on for a little bit now, so I'll leave it to another episode. So if you've been enjoying this, come back and we'll get the spinner on. And thanks for watching.